friends, happy Monday. Welcome to my live. And if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. My name is Robin and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations. And I'm also an independent designer with Couture. And tonight I'm going to show you how easy it is to design and redesign using Couture reusable silkscreen transfers and chalk paste. So once you hop on, say hi in comments, tell me where you're watching from. And if you don't see the little red box right up there, that means you are watching the replay. And if you wouldn't mind saying hashtag replay in the comments, I would greatly appreciate it. And then I can say hi to you later on in the week. I also want to let you know that I am using an online platform called StreamYard. So I'm live in 3 locations tonight. I'm live in my Facebook business page. I'm live in my private Facebook group, and I'm also live on my YouTube channel. And I tell you that so that if you hear me refer to a comment that you don't see in your comment feed, that viewer may be watching and commenting on a different platform. Also, if you're watching from my private Facebook group, if you wouldn't mind giving StreamYard access to your profile name and pic by clicking the link in the description of the video, that way you show up as your name and profile pic in my comments and not Facebook user, so I know who to say hi to. And with that, I'm going to go to the comments and see who I can say hi to. My friend Bonita is on. Thank you for joining me this morning. I'm glad you could hop on. And Jason is watching from the other side of the door and on the YouTubes. So with that, I am going to flip the camera, and I'm using a microphone. I also have an earbud in. It's weird. It sounds weird. I sound like I'm yelling. So if at any time my audio sounds weird, or if you like it, just let me know. I'm just trying out some new things. So with that, I'm going to flip the camera so that you can see what. Actually, I'm going to flip it back. I forgot. So we are working on this welcome sign that I have back here behind me. So you can see I have 2 command strips, and so I just have 2 command strips on the back side of this chalkboard tag. So for the different months and seasons, of course I haven't updated it for a while because it still says burr. So with Couture, I'm able to design and redesign on this chalkboard for all the different seasons and holidays. So that is my porch leaner. I do have it inside, but if you ever want one, let me know. I can certainly custom make one for you, or you can come over and I can help you make one. And then the tag would be great to bring back to any classes that I have, and then you can redesign your tag at any time. Hey, Miss Ashley, how are you doing this evening? Glad that you are all able to hop on live or the replay. So I'm going to flip the camera now. Sorry, I forgot to show you the porch leaner. So I've had this on probably since January at least. So it is high time to take it off. So I'm just going to put a towel under here, and I'm scratching on it. It's not coming off. It's not budging anywhere. But I can reactivate that paste with water. And so that, I'm reconstituting the paste, just kind of softening it up with my finger. So you can see it's starting to smear a little bit. Just getting it all nice and soft. So I can come back in. You can use a credit card. You can use this paste scraper. You could use those little brown scrapers that used to come with the Pampered Chef stoneware. Those would work great. I actually have a paste scraper just like this that came with our chest freezer. I'm trying to think what else. I bet even an ice scraper would work. So you just want to lightly scrub on it, and that kind of gets the bulk of that paste off. going to come in with some paper towels. So has everyone had a great weekend? Did anybody go anywhere? Did we go to the lake? So it's off, but you can see a little bit of shadowing from the design. So I'm going to come in with our board erasers, and I just have a little tub of water over here. Jason said he had a very good weekend. We did have a good weekend. We went to Topeka on Saturday and visited his parents at their gravesite and decorated a little bit, and then we did a little bit of shopping, and Dane went with us, so it was kind of a family day. And then yesterday it was race day yesterday, so we watched the Indy 500 and then we watched the Coca-Cola 600. So now that I've come in with my board eraser, you can barely see any of that leftover design. Don't ask me how it does it, but these board erasers are great for getting rid of the ghosting on your boards. There's a little bit of teal on the edges where it kind of ran. Okay, so I'm just going to move my towel out of the way. Get all this paraphernalia. Bonita says she planted some flowers. Other than that, you stayed home. What kind of flowers did you plant? My earring is banging on my earbud. Okay, so if you looked at the thumbnail, you got a sneak peek of June's Club Couture transfer. Keep in mind, May's transfer is still available through Tuesday, but I wanted to get this porch leaner changed over from winter because I totally skipped spring to summer. So I thought I would whip out this month's Club Couture transfer. So it says, live in the sunshine, swim the sea, drink the wild air. And it's a quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson. And don't ask me, I don't know what the chalk colors are. We probably won't know until Wednesday because I don't think they usually release those until the first day of the month. So I don't know the paste colors yet that you will get with those. Bonita says she planted petunias and coleus. Coleus is so pretty. So this is the Club Couture transfer for the month. So the only way to get this transfer is to be a club member or a designer. And if you want more information about being in the club, just type club in the comments. I also have a link to my club page in the Smart Bio link listed in the description of my video. So this is a reusable silkscreen transfer. So it is also sticky backed. If I can pull that off. So there is adhesive on the back side. These are reusable about 8 to 12 times. So because they're reusable, I'm going to write the name of the transfer on the back. And then I'm also going to write that it was June. It's Club Couture transfer. Ashley says she had a barbecue with the family. One of these nights we need to break out our new fire pit, but maybe next weekend. So I've written the name on the back. So when I am done with this transfer and I'm cleaning it up, I know that this is the back side of the transfer because I wrote on the back side, and I know that this transfer goes on this backer sheet. And because this is a non-couture surface and this is a brand new transfer, I am going to fuzz. And what that is I'm just Going to flip the sticky side over onto this terry cloth towel. And I'm just going to put some lint down on the back side just to get some of the fuzzies from the towel onto the back side of my transfer. And that's going to keep it from sticking so hard to this surface that it pulls or distorts when I pull it off. It will also keep it from pulling up any of this surface. So if it's not a Chalk Couture surface, we can't guarantee what it's made out of. I know some chalkboards are just like a thin layer of paper. So if you don't fuzz well, then your transfer could pull stuff up off of the surface. All that fun stuff. So that is a couple reasons why you should fuzz. I need to wash this towel. I've got all sorts of fuzzies all over it. Okay, so I'm going to find the middle. So I'm just going to line up the edge of the L with the edge of the E. And then I'm going to squeeze or pinch the middle of the transfer together. So that gives me a little crease right there. And I can kind of eyeball it near the center of this circle. But I don't... I'm afraid my bow is probably going to end up being so big that it covers up most of this design, but we'll see. So now I'm just going to burnish it down. There's all sorts of stuff on this thing. Note to self, wash your fuzz towel every now and then. What in the world? I got goo all over. Don't ask me where that came from. Oh, I bet it came off my paste scraper or something. I have white goo all over stuff. Must have come off my paste scraper. Okay, now we're good. Okay, so because I don't know what the colors are, in the description of the video I have a cart link, and I chose to use the colors from the Bright Side palette pack. Let me get them in order, kind of. Easier said than done. So it comes in peony, raspberry sorbet, orange peel, bumblebee, meadow, couture teal, and then I'm adding white. So I have linked the Bright Side palette pack and a paste single of white in the description of the video in the cart link. So if you click that cart link, it'll add everything except the club transfer and the surface that I'm using into your cart link. And then as always, you can add or subtract from that cart to your heart's desire. Ashley asks, what's the group called where you're doing the monthly group to do projects? It's the Robin's Egg Blue Creations Craft My Stash group. I don't know if I have it super private, so I may have to send you the link, but you might be able to search for it. If you can't search for it, let me know, and I can send you the link to that. I need to get that scheduled. So I think because there's 7 colors, so I think I'm going to do every color every line in a different color, and then I will probably do this line and the quote in white, and I may come back in and do these. I might do these little lines in white too. I'm not for sure yet, but I think that's our plan. So let's get all of my lids off. I'll try to do them in rainbow order. Doing that backwards is hard. And most of these are cream, the new formula. Some, I think Peony and Meadow are still the old. So I may have to do some doctoring. Yeah, Ashley, I'll get that sent to you. So let's grab a couple of stir sticks. So if you have some of the older pastes, like I do, I'm trying to replace a bunch of mine. So you can tell the difference. The raspberry sorbet is very creamy, whereas this peony is a little thicker and a little bit harder. So I'm just going to spray a little bit of distilled water in there. And then I'm going to give it a good stir. I sprayed a bunch of water in it earlier, but it soaked it all up. The other peony I have looks like cottage cheese, so a lot of water in there. If you'd like a link to the Craft My Stash page, just put stash in the comments and I will get that sent to you. What Ashley is referring to is, I think I'm going to hold at least a monthly. We'll see if monthly is too much or not enough. Just a time where we can all get together virtually, face to face, and just a time to get some of your crap done. If you're like me and you have a ton of projects that you either need to start or finish or both, it would just be a time where we can all kind of get together and be accountable and just get some stuff done. And if, we get enough interest in the group later on, then maybe that would be a great way to like swap stash or sell stash or crafty stash, I should say. We might be able to do some swapping, gifting, or selling of your crafty items. We'll kind of see how it goes. That's pretty good. I probably needed a little thinner, but my arm's tired. And you don't need to be watching me stir paste. I was lazy and probably should have done this ahead of time. Let's look at our meadow. It's pretty good. It just needs a tad bit of water. Stick that over there. And Couture does sell, and I do have on my chalk site these stir sticks, but I don't like to get chalk on in my fingernails, so I prefer these stainless steel ones. Much easier to use. Okay, so I just have a stash of squeegees. So like I said, I think I'm going to use a color per line. So we'll start with our peony. So I'm just going to use the squeegee. And so we'll just do the word live And I'm just going to drag it down the silk screen area, stopping. Uh-oh, my earbud is telling me it needs to charge. Oopsie. And because I'm using different colors and because this is a larger transfer, I'm also going to do the paste and pull method. So I'm going to paste this line, and then I'm just going to pull up my transfer. Because I don't want my paste to dry in the silk screen material. And I went overboard a little bit, so I'm just going to wipe that off really quick. And I'm going to come in with my dryer. Got a little bit into these letters down here. So I'm just going to gently lay that down, and I'm just going to burnish where I need to chalk next. Make sure that that is stuck down. So then we're going to go in. I'm going to close that up so my peony doesn't dry out anymore. So now I'm going to go in with my raspberry sorbet. And then I think I'm going to do, nope, I think I'll do each where there's little hash lines. I think I'll do that in the same color, just to make sure we get a little bit more color and a little less white. So now I'm just going to kind of even up my squeegee line and get the excess off. So I'm just going to pull that line down, give that a dry. So this transfer will be available for any June Club Couture subscribers. I just want to remind you that it won't be available till Wednesday. So this is orange peel. So we'll do the word swim. Oops, dang it. I boo-booed. But it's easy to fix. Snag a little more. And there went my earbud. Okay, you guys will have to let me know about any audio stuff because I don't have an earbud in, so I can't hear anything. Okay, so let's pull that up. Jason says he loves when I do the rainbowy stuff. I just just love the fact that I don't have to weed anything. I'm pretty decent with vinyl in my cutting machines. It's just this is so much easier. There's a lot less cleanup time. I usually have to cut stuff probably at least twice. So there's Swim the Sea. Uh-oh. Okay, so now I'm just going to burnish this part down. And we'll do yellow. We'll do Bumblebee. So get another squeegee. Try to be a little bit more careful because I have a tendency to go too fast. So there's the C. And with the new formula, I could probably get away with doing the next line before I peel, but I'm not going to chance it. So there's the C. Let's get some of these closed up. So then we'll bring in Meadow for drink. Let's get this one. So I'm just going to use another squeegee. You can use the same one and keep cleaning if you would prefer. But it's, again, cleanup is super easy. Literally just add water. And if you're worried about going into the next line, you can always flip it to where you're pasting away from the next line. So there's drink. You can just put the excess right back in the jar. We'll get that one closed up. Pull that back. This looks like a roll of Lifesavers. So then we'll do the Wild Air in teal. I can't believe I'm actually down to the almost the bottom of the barrel of this color. Actually had to order another color because I'm just about out. That honestly has not happened very often. Unless it's been white or black. So there's that color. So let's pull that. So then all we have left is the white. This is a bit thick, but we'll get it to work. The command strips make it not want to sit flat, so okay, so I just need to remove all that excess. So then we'll just pull the rest of it off. There is our tag. Oops. So I'm just going to put it in the bucket of water while I close up this white and get all the rest of my lids on. So that's what it looks like right now. So I will clean the transfer and then we will work on a bow and we will get you all on your merry way. Jason says that looks great. Thank you. Very 80s. Okay, let's put this to the side because I don't want it to get wet. So I just have a bucket of water over here. And we'll get a towel and we'll get our board eraser out again. And so you just need a water source, whether it be a little tub like this or some sort of sink with a faucet or a bathtub or even a shower. So you just need to get your board eraser out again. This is about the easiest way to clean your transfer. So get your board eraser wet and then you're just going to literally wipe all of that paste away. So I usually hold down on one end and I scrub with the other. And I fling water everywhere. I like to clean mine about as soon as I get done with it. That way I have less staining. But it doesn't hurt the transfers if they stain. Some colors are going to stain more than others because of their pigment concentration. So now I'm just going to flip it over and I'm going to do the same on the back. That's going to help get off more of the paste and some of those fuzzies that we put on earlier. You're going to get some really pretty looking water. Your sink will end up pretty, but it does wash away off of most surfaces. So now I'm going to get, just to further help clean the back, I'm going to get a disinfecting wipe out. And I'm getting down to the bottom of the barrel, so I'm going to wring it out. So then I'm just going to take the disinfecting wipe and I'm going to wipe on the sticky side. It's going to help get more of those fuzzies off. And then I'm going to bring, sorry, wipe my hands. So I've got all these dirty squeegees. I'm just going to throw them right in the bucket. Same with my stir sticks. I have two from the other day that I used. So now let's bring in our backer sheet. So you can leave your transfer out to dry for about 15 minutes or so, but I have a tendency to forget. So I just literally put it, it's not very wet right now, it's just slightly damp. I like to put it right back on my backer sheet. And then I'll just let it continue to dry on the backer sheet. And when it's completely dry, I can store it in my little portfolio system. So I'll just set it over here to dry. I'll wash my squeegees later. Dry off my area. And then let's bring our tag back. So this is our tag that we made. So it says, "Live in the sunshine, swim the sea, drink the wild air," by Ralph Waldo Emerson. So I have kind of a green gingham, and it has a little bit of pom-pom trim on the side. I have some of this fuzzy pink flamingo looking stuff. I have some polka dot orange, and I got this yellow mesh out, but it might be, because my design is so far up, it might be too much. I also have this waffle. I probably should have grabbed a different yellow, but I forgot that this was going to be so high. I also forgot my bow maker. Benita says, "Just loving all the colors of paste you used." Yep, these are all, minus the white, these are all of the colors that are in the Bright Side paste palette pack. So you get 6, but all 6 colors in one palette pack. So they'll be a pasting. Well, I don't even have any handy. I'd show you what those look like. I don't have any handy. Just gonna check my spinner. Nope. Okay. I'm going to use my bow dabber. We might try to cut this in half, or maybe even fold it in half. Let's see. It also frays really bad, so I don't know. Or we might just use it that way. Let's just use it that way. It's kind of a plastic. It reminds me of those 70s and 80s lawn chairs. So I've got my bow dabber here. See, it really frays, but let's try to maybe see if we can hide that. Let's cinch that and see. Let's see what that looks like. And maybe it may just fall apart. It's not terrible. It's not great. These probably need to be on the we'll go with it. And then I don't know if I want any of this waffle weave, but let's not go with it. So we'll do the orange next. So I'm just going to use 2 of each color. I don't have a wide variety of ribbon, but we'll just use what we have. So I'm just going to cinch it in the middle. And one's going to go up and down this way, kind of at a diagonal. And then this one is just going to go that way. And then let's bring in the green. I do have a new pink that I might be able to grab. Let me sorry if this ruffles, but I'm going to take my mic off. I'm going to go grab that pink because it might work really pretty too. It's just a little bit out of hand's reach. ordered some ribbon from a seller on Etsy. I don't know if you can read that. 5th Street Designs. So this is 10 yards of ribbon versus 3 to 4 yards that you get at your local craft store, and it's the same exact price. So I think we'll use the green. Well, I don't really want 2 polka dots together, but I also don't want 2 pinks together. We'll do the green next. So I'm just kind of eyeballing. I want this layer to be a little shorter than my orange. This one is super cute. It has little pom-poms on the edge of it. Okay, so there's that one. And we'll fluff it when we're done. And then I'll also angle cut that might be too short. I'll angle cut the ribbons too when I'm done. And then let's try this fluffy stuff. I can find the end. Maybe. I don't know where the end is. I found it. So we may just loop it back and forth. I started on that end. I don't know about that. I always try to use it, but then I don't really like it. Let's just go with what we have. I don't want to overwhelm the tag. Okay, so I've got all that on there, and I just have a little twisty tie. So I mainly use my bow dabra as kind of my third hand. Jason says that ribbon looks like something you'd make slippers out of. Probably. It's just a little miniature feather boa. Let's get rid of these already fraying pieces. So before I get it cut tight, or before I pull my zip tie tight, I do want to, I'll angle these and then we'll fluff them. A lot of people dovetail, which it looks pretty, but I never can get it to look right. It always looks kind of like a bat. So I prefer to angle, but you do you, boo. That is a personal preference. And then you can always come back in with a lighter and singe the edges. I have one here, but it probably won't work because looks like this green and white fabric, it really wants to, oh, there we go. So you just kind of singe the edges and it'll keep those from fraying. Kind of seals off the edge. Need a new one. But you get the gist. Okay, so I'm gonna, before you tighten it, you can just kind of yank all of the tails to get them where you want them. You're gonna have to keep fluffing it multiple times because you're gonna smash it when you put it on. So I'm just pulling that tight, and then I'm gonna trim that off. And then I don't have any teal in here, but I might be able to fix that. I do have this little bowl of embroidery floss here. So I think this is going to be how we add in our teal color. This will also be how I tie it on to my tag, if I can. This one I used thick baker's twine to tie it on. And as I interchange my tag, I just throw my bow into a little box, and I can always reuse this or take it apart. Or I can take it apart and throw it in my scrap bin. So I'm just going to wrap this twine or floss around the middle of my bow. It'll help hide the zip tie, and it'll give me something to tie my bow to my tag with. She's not the prettiest, but she's still cute. Cute and colorful. So to make these look a little more fluffy, you can always stick your finger on the bottom side of the ribbon and kind of give it like a faux poof to kind of mimic looped ribbon. So then we're just going to take it and tie it to our tag. And if it's not tight enough, you could go back in and zip tie it to the tag, but oops. Let's get that thing tied off. Throw our trash away, and we can stick it. So here's what our finished tag looks like. Let's, if I can find my mouse, I will. Let's grab, if I have enough length. We'll get things figured out eventually. Okay, so I just have command strips on, and these are like those plastic Velcro strips. So I'll just attach my tag that way. Ashley says so cute, and she agrees that she loves all of the colors. So I'm just going to line, and with the cool thing about these command strips is you don't have to get it perfectly even, as long as you kind of hear that snap together. It's kind of buried, but kind of covered up, but there is our new little welcome. Let's see if I can get it back this way. There we go. So there is our new little tag. I'll just stick it right back here for now. Okay. So, a few more little housekeeping things. Okay, let's get back to where. Just a reminder that the lemonade stand is available for a couple more days, so you have until through Tuesday to pick up this Club Couture transfer. The Live in the Sunshine transfer that I used tonight will not be available to club members or designers until the 1st. I don't know what colors come out with that yet, but should know on Wednesday. Couple more days left for Transfer Palooza. So buy 2 transfers, get 1 free. So a few more days for that. Same with the Paste Palooza for any Club Couture members. You can get either of these 2 paste trios for 50% off. Those are listed in the specials tab on my chalk site at chalkcouture.com/robinseggblue-creations. And then also 2 more days left to take advantage of the What's Not to Love promotion. So regular customers and club members can add $50 of deliverable goods to their cart. You can also add a $5 What's of Love donation to your cart. And then regular customers can get 1 size A retired mystery transfer included in their order. Club Couture members will get 2 size A mystery retired transfers in their order for those $5 donations once you spend $50. I think that's about it. Also, just a reminder, we have 2 designer kits available, one at the $99 level and then also one at the $19 level. Both of those come with a one-time use 15% off coupon that you can stack on top of your 40% off designer discount, which is a great way to get started with lots of product. So if you're like me and your wish list was way bigger than your wallet, you might consider signing up to be a designer. There's no commitments to build a team. If you just want to get the discount to get more product to make more finished goods to sell in a booth or at vendor events, you can do that. You can just get the discount to be a hobbyist and to make things for yourself or for gifts, or you can become a designer and build a team and make income that way as well. So lots of options. With that, I thank you for watching this evening. I've got a few more comments. Jason says, that's awesome. And Bonita says, super cute. Well, thank you. I think it turned out cute. Thanks again for watching this evening. And if you happen to be watching the replay later, thanks again. I will have pre-recorded content, I think, on Wednesday. I might come on live, but I won't get home from work until after 7:30. Excuse me, I got a tickle. So if I'm not live, then I'll have something pre-recorded. And then I'll be live again on a Saturday as well. So just check my Facebook page. I usually have my weekly schedule posted. And with that, I hope you all have a great week. And I will see you later. Thanks for watching.